Okay, it's day number 19 of the Purse Empowerment Challenge, and today's challenge is so powerful and so packed that I actually needed backup. I have Taneille Robisnon from RestoreYourCreditScore.com. I kept saying restore your credit. It's RestoreYourCreditScore.com. Okay, that's where you can find Taneille. Today's challenge is, wait, before I get all excited about our guest, I gotta make sure some people who probably did not get paid today, okay, and would like to get paid, because I like to get paid. So let me just go ahead and pay some people out there. Okay, you ready? Open up your virtual purse, your spiritual purse, your physical purse, your knockoff, your whatever. Open it up, because I'm getting ready to pay. You ready? Taneille, you gotta pay the people now. Oh, you ready?
Wait, huh?
You got.
Okay.
All right.
Like
let me let you do it one more time. That's right. I hope you feel richer, okay? Because every time I give you some money, I feel a whole lot richer. The wealth of wisdom fills you up with power and makes you do things that you feel that you could not do, all right? And hopefully, you'll need some of that ingenuity to carry you through this next piece of the challenge, all right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick a debt and pay it. Whether if you decide I'm going to pay a $30 debt, a $300 debt, a $3,000 debt, wherever you are, just pick one and pay it, okay? Now, there is a more strategic way to go about picking a debt. Typically, I'm going to tell you to minimize on impulse, because typically if you pay something off impulsively, then you typically will generate the income impulsively again. You know, oh, I did it 3 months ago, now I'm gonna do it again. Right. All right, but of course, because you've been taking this challenge and you've really been firming up your financial mentality and your financial focus, then hopefully you've really taken on some good habits throughout this challenge, all right? So from a strategic perspective, what you would do is you would pay your debt that has the higher interest rate, okay? Because that's just gonna save you more time, save you more money over time, okay? Now, you pick a debt and you pay it, all right? Now, Taneille is gonna tell us from a more strategic perspective how to pick a debt and to go about and pay it, and how it will actually impact our credit scores, okay? So how does some of that impulsive paying off tend to have an impact on our score?
So paying a debt, paying a minimum payment, paying a debt off, anything as long as you're paying it will definitely affect your credit score in a positive way. 35% of our credit score is your payment history. And then another 10% of that calculation is your debt to credit ratio. So now, if you're able to pay a creditor or just pay a bill, you're taking steps to boosting your score. If you're able to pay off a debt, you're impacting your score now in 2 ways.
Right.
So you're now building positive payment history, and you're also impacting your credit to debt ratio.
Very well.
So if you're able to do that for yourself, that will definitely boost you in a positive direction. Whether you pick the small win or you go with the one with the higher interest rate, which, you know, I definitely would suggest, because in the long term you save more money. But even if you are a small win type of girl, which I am sometimes I will pay the smallest one that I could get in my pocket and roll that payment over.
Amen.
Whichever way is best for you, just pay something and pay it off.
All right. Now, let's talk about to maybe people who've never done this before in terms of like calling somebody, paying them off. And typically a lot of the times when you call those places, they really try to urge you to settle. So let's talk about they're calling and they're like, hey, I'm in this challenge, I'm going to pay something off. How is this settling going to have an impact on their credit? Okay.
So debt settlement can affect you in a bad way, but it can have minimal effect on you depending on the position that you're in to begin with. So if you're in a situation where you're in good standing with your creditor, you have 1 or 2 months late payments on your credit, in that case, I would suggest that you not have that settlement conversation, because it will definitely impact your score more to settle that debt. It will report as paid, settled, showing that you're unable to essentially pay back the money that you borrow, and that will affect your score drastically in a negative way. Now, on the flip side of that, if you are already in a charge-off status, your account is with a third-party collections agency, and that collections agency is saying that, okay, let's talk settlement. In that case, you can definitely consider settlement, because you are already in a collection status. Adding a settlement to your credit score would will not impact your credit score much more than is already impacted by the fact that you're now in collections for that account. So if you are not yet in a charge-off or, you know, a collections agency, I would not suggest that you have that settlement conversation. You would only have that conversation at that time because the impact on your score would be minimal then. Outside of that, try to figure out a way how to readjust things in your purse. Try to figure out a way how you can get caught up on the payment and continue to make, even if it's just the minimum payment, because that within itself will continue to show positive on your credit score.
Very well. Now you see she is packed with a whole lot of power, and you see why we have her all up in our purse, because she knows how to tell you how to restore your credit at restoreyourcredit.com.
Restore your credit score. restoreyourcredit-score.com.
Got it. And that's good. Now, so to go ahead and complete this challenge, at the top of it, I want you to pick someone to go ahead and pay them off, okay? Number 2, I want you to get into that settlement negotiation type of conversation. And thirdly, I want you to ask yourself before you pay it off, why the heck am I doing this? Why am I paying this off? So that that pain can stay with you. There is nothing in this world that teaches you like pain. There is nothing that firms up your focus like failure, you know?
Right.
It's nothing like, you get it, I got more. Trust me, because I've been there, done that, and probably in some way in it right now. However, what we do is we use those things as teachers. So before you pay this thing off, give yourself some purse talk. Purse, the reason why we're paying this off is because we want to buy a house. Purse, the reason why we're doing this is because we don't want our children to grow up in the same level of debt that we are in. Right. Purse, the reason why I'm doing this because I don't want them people calling me no more. Exactly. So find your why, whatever it is, and let it move you through the payment process. That is day number 19. Taneille, tell them if they need to find you where they can do that.
So to find me is restoreyourcredit-score.com. Fill out any of the contact forms on the website, and we're also on Facebook at Restore Your Credit Score. Okay.
All right. So that's it. A whole lot of power in your purse. I will see you tomorrow. We will be at day number 20 in the challenge, and you know you're going to get paid. So I'll see you tomorrow.